How is everyone tonight? Before I get started, I want to make a request. Can we get disposable Shewees for the bathroom? Because you almost were short a comment because I almost fell on the toilet because somebody left the seat up. Put it down!
I even wrote that note. Same as at home.
Awesome.
But apparently.
Awesome. Well, I guess I need to do my obligatory St. Patty's Day reference for tomorrow. I run a food delivery service, or I manage it. And what St. Patty's Day means for me is I'm going to have 100 drunk people calling. Ones that on a normal night can't give us their proper address, but they're going to want us to deliver the friggin' boiled beef and cabbage tomorrow night. So that's what St. Patty's Day means to me. Enjoy. Speaking of running a delivery service, have any of you ever worked in the restaurant industry? Hostess? You've dealt with servers, delivery drivers? Well, I manage a lot of independent contracted drivers, which means they technically work with me, not for me. So dealing with them can be a little nerve-wracking, to say the least. I'm used to every excuse under the book as to why they can't work, and even when they are working, why they can or can't do the orders that I send them. For example, I can't take that order, she never tips. Get it? I can't take that order, I never called her back. I can't take that order, that street has the same last name as my ex-wife's current husband. I'm not kidding. Plus, my all-time favorite, can't deliver to him, he's my ex, and there's a restraining order. Happens all the time. But I get my revenge on them when they're lost and they need my directions. I get the phone call, Tracy, I'm lost, can you help me? Absolutely, honey, where are you? Well, I'm downtown. Okay, can you give me a street, a landmark, anything? Well, there's a big yellow dumpster and a really tall building. I know exactly where you are, honey. You're at the corner of pick up your phone and Google that shit. But one of my all-time favorites is, Tracy, I can't find this apartment building. Okay, where are you? Street, landmark, anything? Well, I'm halfway between church and gay. I always get a chuckle with that one. Always. Makes me feel a little bit better inside. And yet, what is it about that word gay? You know, it used to mean happy. Now it's a sexual orientation. It can mean really anything. Verb, adjective, noun. Perfect example. One of my office staff calling out an order to a restaurant for a smoothie with a kai. A kai. I was like, what? I stood up, I looked over his shoulder at the computer, and I corrected him. Acai. He put the restaurant on hold, turned around, looked at me, and said, I'm not saying that, it's gay. And I'm like, when did pronouncing things correctly become homosexual behavior? But you know what? I really don't get mad at any of them, my employees or my drivers, because it can be a very thankless job that we do. We're out in all sorts of weather delivering booze and food, two very important things we all have to have from time to time. And it takes a specialized skill set, one that's constantly evolving. In fact, I'm convinced that if escort services ever become legal in this town, we can retool really quickly. Because I guarantee you, knowing that I can cut through the dumpster in the back cut next to the dumpster in the back of the Encore, or go through the kitchen at Bar Louie to get the back way of Velocity to get your pasta to you in 40 minutes, I can get your whore to you in quick with absolutely no witnesses. With a nice bottle of Cabernet and a man-sized manicotti. But you know what? It's a laugh a minute at the job, and it does keep me young. In fact, I've realized recently how old I've gotten. Because in the span of 2 weeks, I was contacted by exes who wanted to set up a friends with benefits type situation with me. And I've often wondered, even though I turned them down, I've often wondered, How did they arrive at that decision? How many people did they call wanting to know, do you want to get together for a beer and a blowjob? What's the criteria for that? Fat, desperate, used to be pretty. Should I have said yes? See, I'm questioning my own morals, and there's nothing that'll do that to you like three things: sex, religion, and politics. And especially this current presidential election, I've heard things, seen things I never thought I would see. But as a geek, I deal with it my own way. It's not really happening. It's an episode of South Park or a sci-fi movie. Because I imagine that Donald Trump is actually going to morph into a 10-story Japanese fighting robot like Megalon and Godzilla and just go ape shit on our ass. And how the hell are we going to fight him? Who's going to fight him? We got Hillary and Bernie are exhausted. They're on the ground. They're rebooting. You've got Kesh and Cruz over there, the little 6-inch Japanese woman going, oh, stop a Trump, stop a Trump. You got very small hands. You got to stop a Trump. So I'm convinced if you follow sci-fi rules, it has to be somebody on the same mental level, grasp of reality as he is. So we have one choice: Kanye West. But unfortunately, it probably wouldn't work because it would take him 3 attempts and permission from Jay-Z to release any of his weapons. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much.
Good, Tracy Barkley, everybody.